Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And today I have a diamond in the rough for you guys today. He's a defensive lineman out of Gardner, Webb. His name is Charlie Jackson. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you too.
So I feel like a lot of people really need to know you. There's some guys coming out of Gardner Webb these days, and you're going to be one of these guys amongst them who's uh, going to be making a splash this season and trying to prove that you get an opportunity to be a professional someday. So why don't you go ahead and start us out, man? Tell us where you're from and walk us through this journey just a little bit.
All right, I'm Charlie Jackson. I'm from Monroe, Georgia. I went to Monroe Area High School. Uh, Started off, I never played football a day in my life. 10th grade year, it was one coach that coached me. Um, I really wasn't on the field that much 10th grade year, but 11th grade year, I started grinding on the off season, and then I got better. As time went on, I became a captain at Monroe Area
Oh,
for 2 years. Living in 12th grade year, I was a captain. And what else can I say?
well, hey, that gets us going. That gets us started. You established yourself. Come junior year of high school, and got yourself into the position where you were going to get yourself recruited. But before we get there, let's just take a step back. So, you had said that you didn't really start playing football until your sophomore year of high school. So, um, did you play any other sports growing up?
No, sir, I was kind of a gamer.
A gamer. Okay. Well, hey, obviously somebody had to kick you out of the house a little bit and put a helmet on you and get you playing some sports. And then you solidified yourself there as a solid fixture on the defensive line there for, Monroe Area High School and um, transition from there to the university. So, how did that recruiting happen for you? When you were first coming out of high school, how'd that work?
I really didn't have no recruiting people. I was just grinding it. I was finna go D2, but I had the opportunity to play at Gardner Webb University, and I'm making the better and the best of it.
Cool. So, they obviously gave you that opportunity, and you took it, man. You're doing pretty well at it there. I remember last season I spoke to one of your teammates there on the defensive line, and you guys have, really done well there in your conference. A couple changes this upcoming season, though, so that'll be interesting. But Tell me about Gardner Webb for people who have never stepped on the campus there at Gardner Webb. What would you have to say about that university?
Gardner Webb is a private Christian school, so it's really nothing much to say about this. I mean, it's a great campus. Around, is plenty of people to help you out. Plenty of staff that they're nice to you. I mean, everybody get along.
Cool. So, not too far of a distance there from Monroe, Georgia to North Carolina, there for Gardner Webb, but obviously where you ended up. So, cool. So, let's get to talking a little bit about your defense, and give me some kind of a feel for like your experience level along that defensive line.
I think I play a big role in the defensive line. As a defensive tackle, I'm like the center of the defense. So I have to think of the mentality, who's behind me and what gaps they're going to be in, what
Mhm.
scheme are we in, what down, what front, what alignment. It's all kind of, you got to adjust to your people behind you.
Yeah. So, so what does that mean? Does that mean you played like from do you just play like 0-1 or do you play out to the three or how does that work for now?
Sometimes I can go from zero to shade to 2Y, but sometimes I go to three. All depends on the play.
Interesting. So, um outside of that, man, how would you describe yourself as a player? We're looking at a guy who is defensive lineman. So, What do you think separates you from everybody else? What do you think is like maybe one of your better attributes?
Uh, Me, I just my better attribute is that I'm quick on my feet. I'm a fast player. I know my opponent. Like when I watch film all the time, so I'm gonna know my opponent every time I step on the field. I know how he is, where he's going, how his feet set back. I know all that.
Great. And I guess the other thing about you too, man, I mean, I know it's kind of a simple fact, but I mean, you got some quality size to you. So give me a feel for that and let the people know your current height and weight these days.
I am currently 6'3", 305, or
Cool.
302.
Well, I mean, hey, a few pounds
You
here
know,
and there,
it
you
kind of
know,
balances it out.
yeah, I mean, you could lose 3 pounds in your sleep. So, but yeah, so uh, it's fine. I mean, obviously, a guy who plays on the interior there and could even go outside as a three tech. And like you said, I mean, one of the things that separates you is the fact that you put in the work so that you can understand your opponents. And the interesting thing this season is it's going to be a little bit of a change there in the Big South. I mean, this schedule is a little weird now because you get the Ohio Valley Conference coming into the mix here. So, give me a feel for like that. What do you feel is going to be different this season than from years past?
The competition so far this season, it's not going to be pretty bad, but we're going to adjust to the team.
Well, I mean, there's a lot that's going to happen this season. I mean, you guys have a really tough schedule. You got some FBS opponents on the way, and of course, I talked about obviously Big South and the Ohio Valley. They're coming together, so you're going to see some new faces there, man. I mean, and really start doing your homework even more so to know your opponent. So, um, anything else that you want to say along those lines?
I mean, we still got our defense. We're still gonna get after them each and every play, each and every down. We're gonna hunt.
Gotcha. Why don't you go ahead, man? Just tell me a little bit about that team there for Gardner Webb. Tell me about your teammates real quick.
My teammates, they're pretty good. I love them. I love them to death. I love all my teammates. We have new upcoming teammates that look under me, but I don't like that. I just
Mike,
like I just like being around them. I just like to communicate with them.
gotcha. I mean, just go ahead and shout out some names, man. I want people to know like all the talent there.
Talent, we got Jamari Brown, Raekwon Osley, Ty French, um, Gabe Thomas, AJ Johnson. He's a receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
dude, there's a lot of guys coming out of there, both on offense and defense. I mean, I think most guys, when they look at your team, they think of Ty French, man. They think of a guy who's all over the place, wreaking havoc. And he's definitely a fun one to watch. There, like outside, like on the edge, but you are maintaining that middle. So for you personally, when you think about a lot of the games that you've been a part of, some of those moments. Can you share maybe your own personal, maybe best highlight so far?
my best highlight, Elon. I suplexed somebody in Elon.
Okay.
Right
Um,
back. Best moment. That was a great clip.
so you suplex somebody, man. I mean, were you like doing WWE out there? What the hell, man? How
Nah,
does how does that work?
it kind of was like at the right time, right moment. I lowered my shoulder. He was running. I just picked him up and just had him over my shoulder and slammed him. That was a great moment.
Well, hey, that happens. I mean, and it's kind of fun being able to do that sort of thing because in a way that you're kind of, I don't know, scaring your opponent, man. You just smash them on the damn ground. So I mean, uh, they'll think twice, next time they're running your way is basically what you're trying to tell them. So
Yes, sir.
um cool. So when you look at this season, what sort of personal goals have you made, if any, so far, man? What do you expect out of this upcoming year?
Uh, my personal goal, I have two personal goals. I have to get more sacks because I only had like 2.5, and I'm reaching for 65 tackles this upcoming season.
That's kind of crazy, man. I mean,
That's crazy, but
if a
I can.
defensive lineman can do it, I mean, it's gonna really separate them from everybody else. What you got to do is you got to tap your boy Ty French on your shoulder and say, "Hey, man, leave a couple for me." Damn, because he's obviously getting after it.
Yeah, he's pretty quick.
But anyways, cool. So, Charlie, want to get a moment to really meet you off the field a little bit. So, anything about you that you want to share with people, whether it be your hobbies, your interests, anything you got going on in your life, what do you feel people need to know about Charlie Jackson?
Me, I am a people's person. I love meeting new people. I love being around new people. I always keep a smile on my face. Everywhere I go, I always keep a smile. Even if it's a bad day, I always got to keep a smile on my face because if I'm hurting, it's me. If they hurt, if somebody else hurting, I got to teach them or keep a smile on my face to let them know I'm here for them.
Gotcha. And we were chit chatting before we got online, and truth of the matter is your first name is not Charlie, it's John Tavius. So how did that work out, man? Tell that story real quick.
It was like a childhood nickname growing up. My name was John Tavis growing up, but as I started watching Charlie Brown a lot, my mom was like, hey, well, she walked in my room one day. She was like, I'm start calling you Charlie. I was like, okay. And then ever since my brother been calling me Charlie, like my whole family is calling me Charlie now. So it just kind of stuck to me.
Wow, definitely like night and day when it comes to your name. You just kind of pick a name like out of the air, and uh put it on a guy. So cool. A couple other quick questions. Hopefully just a quick question answer. So let's get through a few of these things. So you got a favorite movie?
Rush Hour,
Rush Hour. All of them, right? Not just the
all of
first.
them, one,
Man,
two, and three.
those things are fantastic. I mean, I don't know what it is, man. I laugh my butt off every time I watch it. So,
I watch it
um,
every other week. Rush Hour
cool,
is my best.
cool. What about a TV show? You recommend that I binge watch a particular TV show? I mean, it's something you after these days or what?
I don't really have a particular TV show. I just watch movies.
No, I get you. So let's get to a couple other ones then. Uh, are you Pepsi, Coke, or other when it comes to like soft drink?
I'm a Sprite type of guy. I love when it hit the throat and it's refreshing.
All right, Sprite guy, that's fine. Favorite type of food, Mexican, Italian, whatever it is for you, Chinese. I mean, what's your favorite type of food, you think?
Look, I love Chinese food and I love pizza. Pizza is my favorite.
All right. Well, hey, I mean, we got a big guy in front of us, so obviously he loves himself some food. So that's kind of natural, right? He's 300 plus pounds.
And chips. Chips,
It's
number one
definitely to
go
be
to.
expected. Um, Tell me a little bit about your hometown there at Monroe, in Georgia. I mean, anything about your hometown that you want to share, whether it be maybe a hot spot or what makes it special to you? I mean, maybe if I were to come down there and visit you, where would we go?
See, Monroe is like it's a small town, or nobody know where it's at in Georgia. Every time I ask somebody where's Monroe, where Monroe at, they don't know. But the favorite hot spot, we probably just go to the lake, mudding. Yeah, I love mudding. Mudding is my favorite thing to do.
You said mudding?
Mudding, four wheelers, dirt bikes, ATVs,
That's crazy, man. You just kind of get out there and get dirty. So,
get dirty the
um,
whole time.
all right. I'll give you maybe one more before we wrap things up. So, um, is there perhaps a celebrity that you would love to meet someday, whether that be a movie star, a music artist, or a football, or like an athlete? So, who would that be for you? Like the celebrities you'd love to meet?
Um, what celebrity? I would love to meet Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. That's cool, man. Kevin Hart's a good one.
He's
Him,
my
Chris
favorite
Tucker,
player.
man, you'd have yourself a good freaking time just kind of sitting and laughing. Um,
Laughing the whole time.
Cool. What about a football player? I mean, obviously, I just kind of want to switch things back to football a little bit. When you look at guys who play your position in the NFL, who are you a big fan of?
Stephon Truitt.
True it. All right.
Stephon Tuitt.
To it. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, I mean, of course, you kind of want to get to that level where you are hopefully playing side by side with a guy like that someday. And um, you got one more season of eligibility, one more season to go out there and prove to scouts that you belong. So, why don't you go ahead and close us out and tell these scouts why you would make a great addition to their team if they took a chance on you. So, why don't you go ahead and do that?
You took a chance on me. I will make your D line better. I am a great person around all the fellow. I am a great teammate. I love to do activities. Anything y'all want to do, I'm with it. Like y'all want to do extra drills, I'm with it. That's what you need.
Well, I mean, we're definitely looking at a guy who looks the part, very strong guy, benches over 400 pounds, so he can definitely get after it in the weight room and just be able to play a few different positions there on the defensive line. So, hey, I mean, there's something there that can be used at the professional level. So, Charlie, I do want to wish you best of luck this season and beyond. All right. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
No problem. Charlie Jackson, defensive lineman, Gardner Webb. Check him out.
Yes, sir.